on blast.
My whip drop like bitches' asses. Cargo, ready to package. Paid up. I see haters watching, so fucking turn it up. Let these bitches drop it. My whip drop like bitches'
Unpolished, unapologetic. Yes, we are back on blast once again. Gentlemen.
So it's on blast, baby. All I want to do is talk. But hear me out. At the time when the SkyDome was erected, it was a fucking breakthrough in architecture.
This is
in sports.
1989.
89, yeah, it was.
Yeah,
peak,
but at the time it was like the first like half indoor, half like roofless.
So, like,
fucking...
concrete must have been so cheap in the 80s.
Yeah.
Because every building that's from
Yeah.
the 80s is just like this splate of like concrete. Like, it's just insane.
I believe
Dripping in lead paint.
it's called brutalism.
So basically,
look it up. But at the same time, you know what? I'm gonna have to like sit out this whole conversation because I had a web chat with Brian. Was it this week or last week? I think it was last week.
Uh-huh.
I think it was right when the Jays started to go on their streak, and I'm like, baseball. I got the World Cup this year. I'm a little bit more vested in TFC this year. You know, I was at that Jays game earlier for Homeboy's birthday, and I'm just like, it just kind of bores me now. I don't know. It's sad. I
love the
it's
Jays.
unpopular for me to say, and we had a really long conversation about this, about, you know, baseball as a sport and how it's an important sport to Canadians and as a country. But I'm like, you know.
See, I think that, you know what? To me, there's no culture behind it. If you go to, like, have you ever been to a game at Yankee Stadium, for example? Like, the
Massive.
rush that you get just getting off the subway and walking down the street with, like, a mob scene of people. And there's, like, people around, like, selling you peanuts, selling you T-shirts, selling you quarter waters. Like, the quarter water boys are walking around. Like, there's just such an atmosphere and a vibe as you're walking into that packed stadium, and everyone's happy, everyone's in a good mood, and like that vibe just isn't here at all.
I'll tell you why.
But I mean,
I think, like,
Yankee
that
Stadium
applies
is...
to it, but you need but I'm saying, like, you need the roof open. The fact that it takes so long to have the roof open is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right?
Speed up the engine.
And people need to just be outside drinking beer in the sun, and then that starts selling it. That's what I think. That's my opinion. That's a start.
Perhaps,
and
I
obviously
think,
the team being good.
I think the ballpark itself has a lot to do with it too. Like, I've been to AT&T Park, and I've been to Yankee Stadium, but like, it just the atmosphere of the building just in itself is pretty impressive, especially AT&T Park in San Francisco. That place is fucking dope.
Yeah,
I equate the Rogers Center to like our grade 6 classroom. Like, that's like a Market Lane thing. Like, you know what I mean? It's so concrete. You know, there's no real. It's like,
I've been a Blue Jays fan my entire life, and I do have those like good feelings about going to the Dome that you guys don't seem to, because I've gone there since I was a kid.
But
I've definitely gone less, but that probably just has to do with getting older and just doing other shit. But no, I love going to the Dome. It's not my favorite like place to go, but I was Roberto Alomar 3 years in a row for Halloween.
I was Joe Carter for 3
See,
years.
I think that's where the disconnect is. You know, for me, it wasn't as big a part of my culture growing up. I mean, fun fact, and I probably want to think about this, and this might be a follow-up, but I feel like I've been to more non-Jays events at the Dome than Jays games. I almost say I've been to more Raptors games at the Dome than Jays games. I can count how many Jays games I've been to on one hand. I've been to a few Raptors games.
And
I've been to like 150 Jays.
I've been to a lot of Jays games, but I'll say
difference.
too, like, it's probably the least fun vibe of any like other sporting event.
In terms of watching the sport and engaging with.
But that's just baseball, right?
No,
there's
but
only a few places. But there's like Wrigley and Fenway and Yankee Stadium. I don't even know what the vibe
legacy.
is there. Well, Yankee Stadium.
What I mean, just in terms of like,
Yankee Stadium's
I had a run where it was a Raptors game, a Jays game, and a TFC game. It was like back-to-back nights, so from going to the Jays and Raptors.
Drunk.
And there was someone getting kicked out for heckling the bullpen at the Rogers Center. And I was
Our
like,
bullpen or the opposing
team's bullpen.
That's
my
just
favorite
I was
thing
like,
to do.
This doesn't even make sense. Like,
No.
Right.
This is stupid.
And that's where you lose the buzz, the enjoyment of going to the ballpark. Get drunk, heckle the opposing team.
No, but it's a family affair, though.
When you have a family or when you're a little kid, yes. But when you're in your roaring 20s or you're fucking rip-rocking in 30s, you know? It's like, you go to the fucking game, with a group of your gents or, you know, a few ladies. A few ladies.
Gentlemen's
you know
evening at the SkyDome.
You have a group of gents?
Yeah, I go to the fucking game. I consider you guys a group of gents that I'd go to the game with. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I would go to the game with you idiots, but I wouldn't watch the full game. I'd be getting drunk talking about that girl's left titty's bigger than her right titty.
I see. And herein lies
people watching.
Where exactly it's like, okay, so ideally, the takeaways I've gotten from this conversation is dome open, sitting in the sun, drinking all day. People watching. I can do that in many places in Toronto rather than the ballpark. In other cities in the States, where the fuck are you going to do that?
Valid point.
All right? You know what I mean? Like, I was at Bellwoods on Sunday. It was the first hot day of the year. The place was so packed you couldn't even walk through.
Shout out to
There were
Bellwoods.
so many ridiculous people. I was sitting there, I was walking through laughing at every motherfucker. You know what I mean? I wasn't even drunk.
My whip drop like bitches' asses. Cargo, ready to package. Paid up. I see haters watching, so fucking turn it up. Let these bitches drop it. My whip drop like bitches' asses.
All right, so it's not quite Biggie versus Tupac, but there's a huge battle right now going on in late night TV. The battle of the Jimmys. Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon. These guys have been going back and forth basically for the entire year with just one-upping each other with the great skits.
The viral hits.
Yeah, viral videos.
Yep.
Like, who do you even know that watches Jimmy Kimmel or any late night television show live anymore? Nobody does. But the next day you wake up and it's all over your news feed.
Yeah.
Whatever
Sometimes
video just
I'll
happened.
check it. Sometimes if I'm up late or whatever.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about this whole battle right now? Who's winning? Who do you like?
I love the battle because when we were fucking ankle biters, you know, the real battle, the original battle was Letterman versus Leno back then, you know.
Or even Carson, if you're gonna go real back.
Well, Carson was phasing out at the time and letting the young kids come
Letterman's
in.
been
Shout out to
around.
Arsenio, by the way.
Shout out to Arsenio for making a comeback, yo. Making a
Do you know what I think would
Have
be
you
interesting?
seen the new Arsenio show before you? Have you seen the new? It's kind of unwatchable. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Do you know what I
pretty
think?
bad.
Do you know what I think he
He's
should
ailing.
do? He should only invite guests back from
The 80s.
the 80s.
That's
Yeah.
what he did. It's first week.
I know.
Oh,
I'm
it's just a
joking.
follow-up?
It's fucking terrible.
Here
Well,
we
it
are.
proves we haven't
Yeah.
watched it. But to get back on track, I
It's
like
like Donnie Wahlberg. You're like, okay.
Marky Mark.
Am I supposed to watch this? This is primetime television here.
Yes. Okay, so
When we were little kids, I watched the whole Leno Letterman battle, but it didn't really speak to us because it was for the adults. But now that we are the adults, I'm realizing that Jimmy Kimmel is fucking hilarious. Jimmy Fallon is he plays off of the internet, you know. He gives you what you want based on what we put out on the internet, on social media. So I'd say if you
Dick pics, man.
dick pics all the way. But like, look
nothing
at
but
last
dick
Christmas. Fallon did the duet with Mariah Carey and the Roots, and they used all children's instruments.
I think Fallon has the
Humongous.
best writers.
Fallon
writers,
has the
like,
best writers.
The bits that they're coming up with, like
Yeah.
that bit you're talking about where they bring in whatever celebrity and sing their song with the Roots and play school instruments, like that's amazing.
Or
I think
hashtag.
I think it's actually, dude. I think it's honestly the complete opposite. I think Kimmel is the guy that masters the
Yes,
internet.
I think Kimmel's funnier. Fallon has better writers. I think.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like Kimmel takes real events and just fucking
Takes him
just,
so
like
far.
he's like a Tosh.0 almost. Like he's like, hey, have you seen this video? And then he makes
Celebrity-
his own thing,
celebrity
whatever.
meme
That
tweets.
bit that he does when was it during the Super Bowl and he got people to plug out the TV at a key point of the game
Oh, yeah.
and videotape it and put it onto YouTube.
Oh,
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Or
Good.
stealing like all your kids' Halloween candy
Yeah,
and telling
that was
little
good.
kids. Like that's hilarious shit. These guys are just on another level right
They are.
Yeah.
They are. Like specifically speaking, what they call now the biggest prank in late night history is Kimmel showed a girl doing a twerking fail.
Yeah.
And for a month, with no promotion behind it, nothing, he just put it up on YouTube and let it go.
Which we
touched on this. We run the clip.
Shout out to all our followers, by the way. I don't think we've talked about our followers.
Shout out to you guys.
Respect.
For watching this banter of bullshit.
Buku.
But yeah. But I can't.
No, but seriously though, look.
Fallon, go on. Yeah.
I've been Team Fallon just only because
I'm Team Kimmel.
And I've gotten into arguments with friends over this because they haven't actually seen the show, and I feel like the Fallon show is so complete, man. Like it's just so much for me. Like the roots are there. He has guests that I give a shit about, and he gets those guests to do cool different things. Yeah. It's almost like, and this might be a stretch for some people to put the connection together, but it's like when I first like started watching Top Gear, the car show, and you finally see a car testing show when they're like doing burnouts and they're actually driving the car how you would if you had it for a weekend, like in a video game. It's like, yo, I could feel it. It's almost like that fantasy
it's
thing.
Like he'll bring on actors and stuff and play like charades. Or
like
funny.
different kinds of things and do that kind of stuff. And like you said, I think the writers they're probably all the same SNL people and they're just fucking
for
on
sure.
their
It's the
game.
Lorne Michaels machine, right?
Yeah, the Lorne Michaels machine, exactly. And now Seth Meyers is going to go sit in that seat, right? So I don't know, man. I'm all in on Fallon. Love Kimmel. He's got some great stuff. I think he feeds off what other people are doing so they can relate to the comedy that he's doing. But at the end of the day,
as
man,
someone
I think individually Jimmy Kimmel is funnier, but I think everything around Fallon works better because like
it's
the
just
bits
relatable.
that they have with people, right? Like you're playing Pictionary with guests, like you're having karaoke contests with your guests that come on.
Have you guys seen the game What's in My Box with Kristen Wiig?
No.
Yes.
I was pissing myself, man.
I gotta see that.
Look that up. That was a good one.
Run the clip.
So as someone who doesn't watch either of these shows, I do think it's cool because they sort of figured it out in terms of the way this information is shared, right? Like you make like a 5-minute whatever it is, right? Actually Letterman kind of had a bit of that. He'd have like fucking stupid pet tricks and stuff like that. Yeah. So that was like before the times, but basically the whole format is just really outdated. I mean, like, what do you want to talk to, like, Matt Damon for 6 minutes? What are you gonna learn
about his movie?
Exactly. Like, what are you gonna learn? Like, but back in the day with Carson's stuff, that was the only way you'd have like exposure to these people. Yeah. So it's really outdated. But now they're sort of updating
viral
it
videos
to like viral stuff and like and Kimmel, like when I have seen it, he'll like talk about just like viral videos of the day or whatever it might be. So it's interesting in that fashion. It's not necessarily my cup of tea, but I mean, like all these dinosaurs are done. I love Letterman. Sure. Like
Letterman's like everyone's grandson.
Letterman's
exactly.
A little bit,
you know what I mean?
And Leno's a douchebag. He could have gone away 10 years ago. I wouldn't have
mattered. Him in his bum
and his set really pisses me off. Leno's set, like the background looks so like. It's like the basement of a Leon's or something like that.
It's filmed in fucking Burbank, man. Fuck Burbank.
But who has a better set design?
Thanks, man.
Who cares? I don't care about set
You don't care about the set design?
No.
We just talked about the Leon's basement.
No. But I mean, like in the grand scheme of Kimmel versus Fallon, like I don't know who's
content.
Fallon.
It's got to be Fallon. Just because he has every time when he has like guests on and they're playing like whatever games. Like that shit is just fun. Like getting these people to come on and do karaoke or to play Pictionary or play charades. Like
or the egg game. Have you seen the egg game?
The egg game, yeah. Or even the Justin Timberlake. Like to not mention the Ace of Spades that Fallon has all the time when he brings out Justin Timberlake. Yeah. Like those things are just what I think gives him
the edge
over Kimmel. I think, but at the same time, Kimmel. Some of the bits and storylines.
Celebrity mean tweets, man.
Who's winning?
Who's the king of late night after it's all said and done?
Fallon's now on the same time slot. He's got Jay Leno's show. It's the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. They're probably gonna keep the set in New York City. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like the Roots will be the band. Yeah. They're gonna have that much more money. They're gonna have that much more viewership. Like. let's be real.
But
here.
hey, we've been through this before with Leno. Is this going to be another
he's
Conan
done. No,
thing?
he's done. No,
Is he done?
He's done.
Steven?
To close this out though, like we can't really do a late night conversation without mentioning this because people will get mad at me. I have to give a shout out to my girl Chelsea lately.
Oh fuck yeah, Chelsea Handler.
I like that show because
Chelsea's got some big ass.
I'm not a fan.
But the funny thing is, that would be a joke that you would see on Chelsea lately.
Yeah.
No,
Right?
shout
She
out
would
to Chelsea
do
later.
shit like that.
I like Chelsea Handler.
The reason for me liking her show,
She's raw.
yeah, like she's just
She
like,
doesn't give a fuck.
She's that one cool chick that
I
was
think she
always in
fucks
your
black
crew.
guys too.
She does.
She does.
It's amazing.
Shout out to that.
Love that. She's a good girl.
that
Man.
doesn't
You know
work
the
for
thing
me.
is, she's like that girl. I can't even say.
That's a rap, bitch.
On blast. My whip drop like bitches' asses. Cargo, ready to package. Paid up. I see haters watching, so fucking turn it up. Let these bitches drop it. My whip drop like bitches'
Let's actually
asses.
talk about the proper World Cup. All right. What do you think? Who do you think is going to be the favorite in your mind, and who's your shocker?
I'm always rooting.
your mind.
I'm always rooting for Italy just because I always love the
How
conflict.
dare you.
Hold on. I always love the conflict of Italians rooting for their team but being pissed that Balotelli puts in work. And he's black.
Yeah.
I always love that drama.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I always love that.
It's
man.
so weird. It's so weird.
He's a beast too, man. He's a fucking beast.
Not to appease the immediate crowd around us, but I think this is Ronaldo's year to fucking shine. If you look at him winning the golden boot or whatever the fuck you call the MVP of like
Ronaldo.
Fucking good job, Greg.
whatever, you know. I think this is his year. He's scoring mad goals. I think he's finally in his Jordan phase where he's unstoppable.
It took Jordan a while.
Yeah.
It took Jordan 8
I
years.
think this is his year, but as my
They just
shocker
won the
pick,
Champions League too.
yeah, just won Champions League. I think as my shocker pick though, I want to say Holland. Why not?
They're not really a shocker pick. They're always kind of there. But I
Yeah,
hear what
they're
you're saying.
always there,
They
but,
showed.
you know,
they were in the final
The
game
almighty
last
Azuri.
year.
It's kind of hard to stop those
You know.
motherfuckers. Those guys are really good.
Ryan,
I don't know, man.
fair enough.
No, like seriously, I
Moving on.
don't follow it enough. Like
just
especially
enjoy
on
it.
like
Like
a.
fucking country, and we'll see.
Well, no,
if
I want Portugal to win for.
Portugal,
Yeah,
Forza,
straight up.
Forza. Sorry.
Straight up. Even though I don't really like, and Ronaldo's amazing, but I couldn't
also
like.
hope-
Wouldn't want to like
Is
hang
Greece
out with
in
him.
it? Greece in it?
Of course.
I hope
What,
they
really?
lose
No?
because
I
I
don't
just
think so.
don't
Maybe
like
I
how
don't know.
loud it is on the Danforth.
I don't
Oh,
know.
come on. I mean,
After
I live
the-
on college and seeing Team Portugal and Team Italy all in that one strip.
I'm okay with that. I'll
That
ride with
brings
that.
a great
Yeah,
atmosphere.
Greece
to,
wins.
It's so awesome on College
As in-
Street when one of the two teams wins.
True. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Greeks on the Danforth.
See, now this is going back into
I'm
that
scarred a bit
Team Mexico
because-
shit.
The Euro back in 2004 when Greece beat Portugal in the final, that's my fire bun team. That's my
Your
New
Brooklyn
England
Nets?
Patriots.
Yeah.
It's my Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
That's my just be off that.
I
Be
get
off
it.
that.
That's fair.
But as much as I want Portugal to win the World Cup, and I do feel like they kind of don't have a chance, but it'd be great for them to be strong out of their group phase. A lot of people are talking about Belgium. Shout out to Belgium.
Yeah, watch out for Germany.
Belgium has black
Belgium,
people on their team now.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they're fucking incredible. And there's a couple of that Lukaku character, the Big Dread. Show you a picture of them. We should put this picture on blast on the page. We're gonna put a picture of 3 individual soccer players, and you'll have to pick which one you think is Belgian.
Oh, that's
And we'll do a
impossible
thing.
because those guys do get a pass to get their passport and their citizenship.
This guy
to
looks
play
like
for these
Luju
teams.
Banton, straight up.
So not to say that
It's like starting
he's
for
Belgian
Belgium.
original.
Elephant man.
Shizzle.
Yeah, man. Scared boy coming off the bench, man.
Do you know what I
It's
also
incredible.
like? There's a guy on Brazil, and his name, you know how they do the one name thing? His name is Fred.
Fred,
I
yeah.
think that's
Just
cute.
Fred.
I think it's just Fred.
Awesome.
It's just Fred.
He's
yeah.
like a plumber from Biloxi. It's just Fred.
No one has touched on the U.S. soccer team.
Exactly.
gives a
why?
shit?
Yeah, why?
I'm glad
Man,
you. I'm
they're
glad
in
you expressed
Portugal's
that.
group. Listen,
But-
man.
Yeah,
Let's
but
talk about Landon Donovan so I could just dismissively
No,
wank
I was gonna
for
say,
like
He
15
didn't,
minutes.
he didn't make it to the team.
Exactly.
How did Landon Donovan not make their team?
I don't want to talk
Fucking
about it.
cocksucker, man.
Yeah, I get
Michael
that, but
Bradley,
was-
shout out to TFC.
Michael Bradley, yes, but Donovan had a fucking crazy World Cup last time around.
That was
and
4 years ago, pal. You know who else had a crazy World Cup 4 years ago? My man Jermaine Defoe. And
Yeah.
he did not make the team. He in fact scored the winning goal for those guys to advance last year. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
4 years does make a difference.
It is
but
what it is, right? If
Who
you're not in
knows?
the
No
league-
one called the U.S. to do that well in their group stage last
Yeah, they
time around.
knocked out England last
Yeah.
year. So last
Fucking
World
England.
Cup.
I gave up on you, England.
So anyways.
4 years ago, LeBron was still on the Cavs.
Ew.
My whip drop like bitches' asses. Cargo, ready to package. Paid up. I see haters watching, so fucking turn it up. Let these bitches drop it. My whip drop.
Last week, in our recommendation / on blast cosign of the week, we talked about Stitches.
Now what you gonna do?
And it brought up so much hype talk that we're gonna talk about him again.
we got to, because
Yeah, man.
Stitches is your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
man.
He's the
He
greatest
loves-
rapper of his generation.
Definitely.
He loves the smell of the bricks, and
Yeah.
they're whiter than some mayo, and he can send it to your house through the mail.
Send it, receive it.
I don't know.
Send
He just got a
it,
new
receive
video
it.
come out. It's really funny because like Ryan put me on, and you too put me on his Instagram account.
Oh,
He's like
it's
very
amazing.
like active. He is
Yeah.
almost like the new wave of like how
Yeah.
underground rappers like come out. It's
Yeah.
we
just
do
like,
a post on Stitches' Instagram account.
Yeah,
Let's do a post on that. 'cause
But
I'm interested
it's
in this.
actually, like, when I first discovered it, I probably sat there for 40 minutes, no lie, going up and down, hearting a lot of these posts, because it's kind of fucked up that he loves his extendos,
hearting
and then,
a
like,
lot
it-
I'm not even gonna.
isn't that what you call it? Liking a
Liking
post?
a post, you
Hearting it,
motherfucker.
where you hit the heart. You hit the heart, and it's a,
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Anyway,
Listen,
He's gonna heart
listen.
it.
I think his Instagram is very, very interesting because it goes from extendos and like his dope boy lifestyle to, you know, the sincere side of Stitches. Where he's
I think
like,
it's gonna be
"I
really
live
funny
for my
when he
son."
comes out to be like a complete fraud,
Jimmy
and it's
Kimmel and all that?
Yeah,
You know,
it's gonna be really
funny
good.
to
If this
see
is
the-
another Jimmy Kimmel, I will put him above Fallon for the
No,
best
it's
internet
not.
spoof.
But he's just gonna be some dude from like Orange County.
No, well, this is the funny thing, right? It's interesting to see how someone can blow up. Like, he only had like one or two songs when like Gawker put him on, and he just blew the fuck up. So
Yeah.
it's like, now what are you gonna do, pal? Like, you really need to fucking keep that momentum up. So it'd be interesting to see how long he stays up. But I mean, I'm still gonna be bumping Stitches all summer.
Well,
like,
Scott
fuck.
Storch
Still the
is,
This is
summer
my
Stitches?
tune, man.
Scott Storch is behind his production.
Is he? No,
Really?
he is not.
Are you serious?
Scott
Learned that
Storch is
through
a
his Insta.
fucking.
I didn't know he was.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was
I
still
thought his
around.
mind melted from cocaine
And
overdose.
went broke after getting that like $50 million like estate in Miami. No, he's making a comeback through Stitches. So
Wow. I
there you
didn't know.
go.
Well, I sent a beat to Stitches today. We'll see if he ever gets it
Yeah.
through Twitter and
That'd be
things. So we'll
amazing.
see what happens. It's my track, "Drug Dealer in the BM." We'll probably post it on
Ooh.
the page. So it would be so perfect for him, isn't it?
I think he has staying power because Rick Ross made his like fame off of talking about cocaine. I mean,
Famous fraud. See?
famous fraud. I mean,
Famous fraud, yeah.
I don't think Stitches is a fucking fraud.
I don't want him to
That's
come after me.
dedication.
He's
Yeah.
scares the hell out of
When
me.
you get those
He's an
AK-47
18-year-old
tattoos,
allegedly.
like,
It scares me. I'd cross the street
I
if
think
I
he's
saw
real.
him.
I think he's real.
Is that your Mark Cuban?
Hey.
I would go to the court with the kid with the black kid with the hoodie, man.
Yep.
I'm the opposite Mark Cuban. Straight
Yep.
to the black kid with the hoodie if I see a Stitches coming at me.
Yeah,
I think he's for real. I hope he does well
I'm
in
outta
his
here.
career.
You guys
I-
clearly
okay.
didn't see the Mark Cuban.
I did see the Mark.
Well,
Here's a-
yeah, I know you did.
Here's another recommendation, just selfishly speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Canadian Grand Prix, your homeboy Lewis Hamilton's coming to our home soil.
Mm-hmm.
About to fuck some shit up, yo.
Go for back-to-backs.
Raikkonen, yo.
He didn't
Actually,
win
no,
last
he's
race,
on-
but that's okay. I forgive you.
Okay.
I forgive you.
He's still with. What's her name?
Yeah, apparently. I've got a really good. I've got a post I want to put up. I think they're together. And I don't know. I don't really follow
the chronic or
his,
detox with that post. How long you been?
Sorry, yeah, that one post is my detox. It's been 3
Jesus.
fucking weeks. Sorry, guys.
Shit's is
I
waiting.
apologize. But anyways, no. Yo, the homeboy's been stunting, man. He was caught in Beverly Hills driving a custom old school Cobra with that chick beside him. Like, stunting, like dressing like ASAP, like just loving the life. It's funny because British kid, European, in a very European focused sport, but he is like trying to be like
so
one
American.
of us more than ever before, and it's very interesting. So, anyways, coming to Canada, he's got a great record here, and looking forward to the Mandem running ting. So,
all right,
watch that on Sunday, June 8th.
I won't.
In on that for sure.
You might see me and TL in the fucking stands.
I like it.
Tripping balls. Did Ryan ever tell you guys a story when I did a bunch of shrooms and sat beside Ryan at an F1 race?
Oh, it was a nightmare.
It,
Luckily, I was shit-faced drunk eventually, but like a beer towards the end, he's just like, "Oh man, oh no." And I was like,
totally under control.
Going into the bottleneck of the tunnel.
There's actually a video on Facebook about that.
yeah, it was tripping
I
balls.
was having a great time. Whatever,
Yelling
man.
at people and
Get
shit.
on it, man.
Smile. It's fucking summertime.
Be
It's
happy.
summertime.
Do shrooms. All right, here we go.
We'll be back next week with another edition of Fade Away Fridays. On blast, son!
On blast.
On blast. My whip drop like bitches' asses. Cargo, ready to package. Paid up. I see haters watching, so fucking turn it up. Let these bitches drop it. My whip drop like bitches' asses. Cargo.